Imagine to find yourself in this situation. You need to move to a place for a few weeks. So it's long enough to not be able to afford a hotel room or an Airbnb, but it's not enough to actually rent an apartment. You also need to make friends right away and also explore the area in the meantime, possibly, since you're there. I have many people contacting me with this problem, and I'm sure that most of us have found ourselves or will find ourselves in this situation. Well, the video today is going to be about a person who has just found himself exactly in this situation, and he has solved it excellently with Couchsurfing. I interviewed him for you. Here's the chat we've had. Hey everyone, I'm here today to talk about Couchsurfing with Arthur.
Yes.
He's a French 23-year-old student,
yes.
Engineer student. His Couchsurfing story of how he started is very interesting. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Well, I started Couchsurfing because I had found work in Wuppertal.
Oh, a student job.
Yeah.
So it was limited in time.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, limited in time, 7 weeks. I first looked for like living communities or something like that, but they always looked for people who stay longer. So for at least a year, I'd say.
Okay.
And there was the possibility to rent an apartment, but it was expensive as well and difficult to find in a short time. And Airbnb was really expensive, so wouldn't have been worth it for me.
Okay.
So I remembered having heard of Couchsurfing and did a little bit of research. And well, I stumbled upon the video.
My videos, yeah.
Yeah, with the tips on how to write the couch request.
So you have to imagine his situation. He is living in France, studying in France, and he has to go to Germany for only 7 weeks for a stage, for not a stage, a job,
Yeah.
a student job. So these were his options, but apparently Couchsurfing was the winning one.
Yes. It kind of worked, so I followed the instructions on the cheat sheet.
Yeah,
and
that's how he contacted me the first time, as many of you have done already. He sent me the email to ask me for the cheat sheet PDF, how to write the perfect couch request.
yes.
You wrote me a very nice email. You were telling me about your story and why you needed that. So that's why I liked it very much, and I answered with a very long email, and I actually gave you, yes, I actually gave you some other advices. I immediately told you, look, for 7 weeks, Couchsurfing is a risk.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you told me to try Workaway or other solutions.
Workaway, I should make a video about that actually.
Yeah.
Workaway is a platform where you can exchange hospitality with work. So you offer some hours a day of work to the person who hosts you. So you can stay longer periods of time.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to use Couchsurfing, and this is the example, because I always suggest you to have a very complete profile with as many informations about you as you can before you start requesting. But actually your profile, I've seen, it's not that complete, right?
Yeah, it's still a bit empty. I still have to fill it up a bit.
Exactly. Can we put the link down below?
Yeah, if you want, sure.
Yeah? Okay, so you'll find the link to his profile. You can check it out if you want. I'll put it in the description of the video.
But it won't be as empty for too long, I think.
Okay, so check it out now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go take my computer.
Yeah,
We
sure.
can show what kind of informations you have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay. Let's take a look at your profile first.
Yeah.
So, for example, photos. The first thing I can see is that you have only one photo. If I click here.
Yeah, only this one.
Only this one. This is already something that I would suggest not to do. Because pictures are usually kind of important, you know, at least for a psychological aspect.
Yeah.
And then let's see what you wrote in your profile. Well, you wrote something about you. And you put a lot of tags, which is good because sometimes, for example, you are into dancing.
Yeah.
Because you take dance courses and you go to dance. And that's good to write because maybe some of the people to whom you have requested, they have the same hobby.
Yeah.
And then it's a big plus if the person has the same hobby, you know?
Yeah, that was the case for me actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was with a couple who dances regularly, and they told me about all the places you can go to dance in Wuppertal, and this was quite fun.
Cool. Then you put some of the music you like, the books you like. One amazing thing I've done, my first trip around Brazil. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
that's a few years ago.
That's really it for your profile. So it's really super, like I would say it's an average profile from a person who has just started Couchsurfing. Can we simulate a request at your way? Just simulate a request to a host.
Okay, so first I looked to find a host. Filters, yes, I learned that in your videos.
So you have done only personal requests?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't do a public trip?
I did a public trip, but I got no requests.
Offers.
Yeah.
Okay.
No offers.
Last login date, that was
Yeah.
today?
Right, the last week.
See, this is a very important filter, guys,
Yeah.
because there are many not active members registered on Couchsurfing. So you want to make sure.
Let's say, I don't know, January next year.
Yeah.
Something, and let's say a longer time, like that.
Okay.
And that's more than a month. And then I just references. I was at their place. That's the dancers, for example.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah. Right. I saw they like to dance. They have a video of their wedding in Venice, and it's very funny to watch.
That's cool.
Their profile is quite short, but they always respond very quickly.
Yeah, they have 100% response
Yeah.
rate, as you can see.
And they have good references. Last one is from me. Yeah. And I read it, and they seemed very nice, so I wrote to them. It's quite funny actually, because I asked for the whole period at first. I did my requests for the 7 weeks, and in the message I wrote to the persons, I wrote, yeah, I'm not looking for the whole time, but if you can host me a bit in this duration, I'd be grateful. And then after getting responses, I asked for different periods to fill in the gaps of where I got like positive answers or not. Something like other keyboard.
Oh yes.
Italian.
What do you think the key of your success was in these requests?
I think because it's in Germany, one good thing was that I wrote that I was there to work, and Germans value work very much. But I think it's as well because I wrote longer requests and told a bit about myself and what I like to do and what I want to do with my hosts.
And also the language.
Yes, I wrote in German to...
He wrote in German to German people.
Yeah, not always. Some I think I wrote in English. But, that's why, because I wasn't sure, what language they preferred.
Okay. Can you just show the length of the request?
Oh.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So this is the length of the request, guys. And this is, I must say, my average length of my requests on Couchsurfing as well.
First request I did was to a couple, and I saw that they like dancing, and well, so I thought I'd write to them because I like to dance as well. After writing my long request and telling them yeah, I just need a small period of time, they answered that I could come for about 7 days. That was the first answer I got. They were really nice, and even after my stay we went dancing every week together.
This was a 50-year-old couple, right?
Yeah, 50-year-old couple, yeah. And their kids had left home except for their youngest one. He actually brews his own beer, like 4 different sorts, and he has a few hundred liters. I got to try them and they are really good. Another post I wrote to had a quite long profile, and he talked about all the travels he did. So I thought it could be very interesting to talk to him. And yeah, actually it was quite fun. And he's currently building a tiny house on wheels out of an old truck. Well, he asked me if I wanted to work with him on that, so we're trying to get that done.
He's studying electrical engineering.
Yes.
So.
And he wants me to do the research and the installation of all the wiring, and he wants a smart home system as well in his tiny truck.
And he's probably gonna do that next year as a university project as well, right?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I mean, it's all thanks to Couchsurfing.
Yeah. My first host was a student who was writing his doctorate in electrical engineering for the net in a city, because it has to be changed for electromobility. And that was quite interesting to talk about.
And he was not a German, right?
No, he was from Egypt.
Yeah,
actually.
from Egypt.
Yeah. So I was hosted in Germany by an Egyptian.
Yeah, that's actually very common on Couchsurfing, because immigrants tend to be more social by nature, just because they moved from their country to another one, so they already got out of their comfort zone in their lives, so to say. So it's very common to find hosts who are immigrants on Couchsurfing.
Yeah, because they don't have the same network.
Yeah, exactly. They want to make new friends. They don't have old friends there, of course, because their old friends are in their home countries. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
So this was your first experience on Couchsurfing, even if it lasted for multiple Couchsurfing experience actually. So what did you expect before doing it, and how was the experience itself?
I didn't really expect much. I mean, I knew I would get to meet new people, and that was kind of my goal. Then I really get to do very nice things, to see a bit of the region. I got to eat very well because some of them were very good cooks.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Yeah. All in all, very interesting, and very different people as well.
Would you do it again?
Yes, of course.
Okay guys, I hope you got another perspective on Couchsurfing. My goal was to give you a different perspective, because you always hear it from me, and I want to show you that there are many people who do this and it's a real thing. So thank you for being a guest on my channel. Okay guys, see you next video. Bye.
Bye.